Hey guys, what is up? It's Legion of Gaming here, and we are back today with another episode of our Mass Effect 2 Let's Play on Insanity difficulty. In the last episode, we recruited Dr. Morden Solus by helping him cure a plague on Omega, and now in our next mission we are going to be completing the Archangel mission. So it's just going to be, going on back to Omega, but first we're going to do a little check-in with everybody on the crew, because basically, if you did not know, after each mission you have the chance to get new dialogue, unless it's like a loyalty mission. Like you guys remember in the ME1 Let's Play, after every major storyline mission we had new dialogue most of the time with a lot of our companions. Same principle applies here. It's just that if you're doing a loyalty mission, the dialogue will typically only involve whoever's loyalty mission you just completed. So since we just got Morden, let's go ahead and talk to him real quick.
Shepard, how can I help?
Let's see. Tell me about the lab setup, Morden.
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Squad status.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
I want to talk about you, Morden.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Any word from your assistant?
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
And then you can go investigate again, and now you can see that it's not just those kind of default options, because if you ever come back, those options about like crew status and the other one, those are just going to stay there, so you can just constantly access those whenever you want if you're just trying to get more interaction with Morden. But tell me about working in limited facilities.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
And tell me about the Special Task Group and what you did with them.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Task Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
How so?
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
And then you can just go ahead and tell them about it again.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under a young captain named Kirahi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
Yes, that is the same Kirahi as Vermeer, by the way.
I worked with an SDG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Vermeer.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Goodbye, Morden.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
So, what? Just watching Morden, you can kind of tell that he is obviously a little bit awkward there. But that's one of the things that I actually love about him is how awkward he is. Just the way that he's like, I really don't understand why these military guys want to go and talk and get all, amped up, because he just doesn't really understand the whole concept of it. He's just like, hey, this is the problem, what's the quickest way we can solve it? And like he said, he wants to just go home and get on to the next mission. But let's talk to Jacob here.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I want to talk about you, Jacob.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific, or are you just checking in?
Don't be so formal, Jacob.
I like to know my crew. Forget procedure. Tell me about yourself.
Informal, huh? Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no Reapers or anything, but I got swept under the rug too. The more good you do, the less they want to admit that something needed doing.
Tell me about joining Cerberus.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
You don't mind their methods?
You don't seem like a results-at-all-costs kind of guy. Cerberus history doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is all politics. Somebody has to take down the bad people. Cerberus keeps that line, I'm on their side.
Now, it's interesting that it says the Alliance sidelined him after Eden Prime, but there's never really any mention of him on Eden Prime, and Ash is supposed to be like the lone survivor of that unit. So it's kind of interesting that he mentions that, and they don't really ever elaborate too much on what the sidelining after Eden Prime meant. Give us your career highlights, Jacob.
What was your proudest career moment?
The job I'm proudest of wasn't for the Alliance. Nobody really knows about it. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council. Miranda and I stopped it.
Why wasn't that reported?
Strange that it wasn't bigger news.
The real work doesn't get publicized, you know that. They say it's better that people don't know how fragile the system is or how close the bad guys can get. So, it never happened. Like you and the Reaper. And that's why I'm here.
You're still in top shape.
You look like you came through no worse for wear.
If nothing else, the Alliance trains their people well. Once you live that life, you can't sit around getting fat. You know how it goes. Although I bet Cerberus put you back together better than ever. Get any upgrades?
I was in no shape to ask.
No chance. They had me under the whole time.
Figures. They always have to be in control. If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Now, well, that's an instance where the dialogue options actually got flipped. If you say no improvements needed, that's actually the renegade option. So, kind of just got to be mindful of that sometimes. So here, remember that, let's see, yes, this guy's saying glad that he didn't sign up in the club there for Afterlife, and then mark this as read, because that's just about, hey, we can do the
Commander, you
medbay
received a new
upgrade.
message at your private terminal.
So you just go on into ship enhancements, and bam. As you can see, it's quite a lot of platinum, so you might have to go
Shepard,
farm a little
how can
bit.
I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare
Ideas,
for the
yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
So this is how you can get literally everybody's upgrades without getting their loyalty missions. For Morden, it's just that little tech bonus. For Jacobs, this is literally the most useful thing he gives you the entire game. It is the Normandy upgrade.
Any thoughts on how to
They
prepare?
spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collector's cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
So his is heavy ship armor. And then we already got Chakwases, as you guys saw there. We'll go ahead and get Miranda's when we go down there to talk to her. Zaid, basically any DLC characters don't give you upgrades, so like Zaid and Kasumi will not give you any ship upgrades because they obviously have no like programmed dialogue. All their stuff is kind of you go interact with them and then they talk. But I'll show you guys a little bit of that there when we go to talk to Zaid down there. But there's nothing over here to talk to them yet. I don't have anything to say to Gardner. We will go ahead and give Dr. Chakwas the Ceres Ice Brandy that we found in the last episode.
Commander, what can I do for you?
So,
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
And so then hers is just an advanced mineral scanner. So like hers, you don't have to get it if you don't want to. It just increases the war asset score of the Normandy and ME3 if you do.
Commander,
And
what
now
can
we'll
I do?
just
Have a minute,
talk
Miranda?
to her.
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
That's just 'cause I'm the best, son. What you talking about? I'm not Cerberus.
Maybe that's because this isn't a Cerberus operation.
Not to you, maybe. But I report directly to the elusive man. And I'm here because he wants me to be. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
But do I have to? Nah, we'll say, why did you join Cerberus?
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
So, this basically all three of these are going to be investigative options. None of them's like Paragon or Renegade or anything like that. So, how angry was he?
How bad were the terms you and your father parted on?
Shots were fired.
Cerberus protection?
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
Cerberus appreciates you?
I assume that Cerberus approved of your enhanced abilities?
Of course, Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the elusive man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
And so then you can just investigate and ask a little bit more about her father and her mother.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
How ironic is that? What about your mother?
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
You talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used. By your father? By Cerberus?
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
That's not what defines you.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Goodbye, Miranda.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
And so that's actually one of the things that makes Miranda's character rather interesting, is the fact that she basically was completely genetically engineered to be perfect, as she said herself right there. So a lot of your conversations with her is just kind of helping her understand, and her relationship with the commander, just going through with all of these missions with him, just kind of helps her understand a little bit more about how, you know, normal people who don't have all the certain, you know, advantages as she may have, how they like kind of get through life and things like that, basically. But let's talk to Chocolates.
How may I help you, Commander?
I got the brandy, Doc.
I have a present for you, Doc.
Ceres ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now, you and me?
Let's do it.
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
Why leave the Alliance?
With your service record, you could have gotten a tour of duty on any Alliance ship. Why'd you really leave?
Maybe it's less about leaving and more about staying. As a military doctor, I mostly treat people who are in bad shape. Often they die. And if I can help them, they move on. Either way, they leave.
You're lonely?
Don't you have any friends or family?
No, not lacking friendship. Just stability. Jeff, Joker will always have Vrolic syndrome. He would never admit it, but he needs my help, and he always will. I wish it weren't, but sadly it's true.
I understand.
Treating Joker gives you a kind of stability.
So does this ship, even if it's a copy. Or, hell, maybe it's you, Shepard. Our immovable center. A place for a person to stop and catch her breath. Or maybe I'm just happily drunk. Would it hurt if it was simple like that for once?
A toast to friends.
To the people we care for.
May we never take them for granted.
Whoa. And so then, you know, once you get the med bay upgrade, if you want to get rid of your scars, if you're intending to, you know, go be renegade, but you don't want to be all orange and glowy, you can just come interact with that at any point in time. But now we're going to head on down to engineering and check in with Zaid. And then once we check in with him and the engineers down here, we'll go ahead and get working on our mission for the episode.
Really threw off the gravimetric profiles, but engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty. You're the best, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
I'll play.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
Go easy on the new guy, will you?
My Skillian 5's a bit rusty. You'll be easy on the rookie, right?
Of course, Commander. It's all friendly.
Yeah, right.
Got him. $500.
Be gentle on the rookie. I can't believe we fell for that.
So worth losing to see you taken down a notch.
Beat me at my own game. You're all right, Shepard.
So then we're gonna come over here. This is where Zaid is at. And as you can see, he has surveillance set up all around the entire ship, watching everybody at all times, because the guy don't trust literally anybody. But so you can always go and talk to him.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50.
And so then,
Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
and so then you can interact with each of these objects in here, you know, and he'll talk to you about it. But we've done a fair bit of talking and dialogue already this episode, so let's get on back into the action here, guys. So we'll just redock right here. And you can always just escape to skip the little cutscene unless you just want to be sitting there, sitting through that one. Trying to decide who we're going to take on this Archangel mission. I think we're probably going to do Miranda and Morden, just because really right now we only have one person besides us that has like tech abilities. So what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and I'll do that. And then really don't care too much for Cryoblast. Then for us, we can either do the Tactical Cloak, or I could go ahead and start getting some of our time slowdown if I want, but I do want to try and wait until we have a little bit more Paragon. So I think what I will actually do here is, let's see, we got recharge time of 6 seconds, Infiltrator 120, back 120, bonus 40. Let's just do energy drain there. And then we all have the regular stuff equipped.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solis's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlight that may have information on him.
So that's just in case you haven't gone and already talked to them. Edie will always prompt you about any remaining missions, basically, that you have on the planet. But we already talked to them, so tend to get on to it.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Let's do it.
Ready when you are.
Get in.
And so then you can still go and change out if you want. But like I was saying, no. Really? Let's see. Yeah, I just think that Morden's Incinerate is going to be more useful on this mission than Zaid's Concussive Shot's going to be, because like basically they're both going to have times where you're not really able to use them, but there's going to be more people that have armor than people who have barriers, which is what Concussive Shot is useful against.
Someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
Not really.
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
Sounds good.
You guys have a plan?
A small team is waiting to infiltrate his hideout, but we need to draw Archangel's fire so they can move in.
And that's where we come in?
Exactly. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
Sounds a bit like a suicide mission.
Pretty much, but you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the 3rd barricade. Talk to Sergeant Kathka. He'll tell you when to go in.
I should go.
I better go find Sergeant Kathka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Getting in, simple enough. Getting out, problematic.
One thing at a time, Morden. We got this.
Let's find him first. Then we'll figure out how to get back.
So then, nothing really back on this part.
Shepard, I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
So that's them kind of going
As the first wave
and
goes in,
hinting.
the infiltration team will attempt to take Archangel by surprise.
This right here is a little bonus quest that you can do. You can go and it's basically communication where he just left a data pad out saying that the merc groups are planning on trying to overthrow Aria maybe and potentially take control of Omega. But obviously if you go and hand off this information, they're not going to be doing that. So now we're just going to get this. Free 4,000 credits. Then you can go right here, get some more EZO. And then right here, bypass the friend or foe identifier for the heavy mech, which is extremely useful, especially since we are playing on Insanity. Always can use extra firepower.
That should slow him down.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
You can go through here, but you won't be able to do anything except talk to Garm, and it won't really say that much. Then you can see where Archangel's over here taking people out, but we're just gonna keep it moving. Another 6,000 bucks. And so then over there is where they want us to go, but first we're going to keep on getting into some things over here. Got a med kit.
This might be useful.
Submachine gun damage. More money. And heavy weapon ammo, which will be pretty useful there. So you can talk to the freelancer here. We can go over here. He's not really gonna say anything. You can just ask him, hey, where's Kathka at? And he'll tell him over there where they told us at. But you know. But you know, he's gonna be like, I'm not in any hurry because they don't want to go out there. So there's Archangel right over there.
Kathka?
And those are just some of the other freelancers.
Sergeant Kathka. You must be the group Salky mentioned. You're just in time.
I'm here now.
Were you waiting for us?
The infiltration team is about to give us a signal. Archangel won't know what hit him. Got any questions? This may be your last chance.
So you can go and investigate and he'll kind of just tell you, you know, that you're the cannon fodder is really what he's going to tell you. You guys are going to, quote unquote, occupy and distract the sniper's attention out here so that way all of our guys can go, you know, sneak into the basement basically. But we don't need to know any of that because we're already basically got the gist of the plan from the other guy. He's not going to tell you any extra stuff.
Ha! Tarek doesn't pay me to fight. I just plan the attacks and fix the damn gunship. You freelancers get the privilege of...
Target is in sight. Where go?
Check. Bravo team. Go, go, go! Archangel's got quite a surprise waiting for him. But that means no more waiting for me. Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her again.
Yes, we'll be doing some renegade interrupts on this playthrough because some of them are just irresistible.
You're working too hard.
Archangel is in trouble. Not much time.
Well, let's not wait around too long.
Come on, we'll give these guys a surprise of our own.
Get ready to fight.
Let's go!
And so then you can go ahead and just stay right here and be fine. Because these guys won't really like turn on you until you actually open fire on them.
Very nice.
And we're just gonna go ahead and swap one over to our pistol. Overload. Incinerate. And the other two are up there. Go ahead and make sure, just a quick little tip, to go in here before you start doing any of the stuff, because you will not be able to go back in there after you do the first part of this little mission right here. And there you go. Just plenty of medkits laying around in case, you know, you're just having a little bit of trouble and you're having to revive some of your downed people. And as you can see there, or like I was saying, you're gonna have times where you can't really use more than Incinerate, but once you start fighting the other merc groups, his Incinerate will be more useful than Zaid's concussive shot would have been, even though his longer range weapons might have been a little nice. Oh look guys, it's Garrus.
I thought you were dead.
It's good to see you, Garrus.
Garrus, what are you doing here?
Just keeping my skills sharp. A little target practice.
You okay?
Been better, but it sure is good to see a friendly face. Killing mercs is hard work, especially on my own.
So you can go and investigate here. If you do the "you shot me," he does give you a little bit of banter there. He'll be like, you know, you were moving too slow. I wanted to get you over here. Plus, I didn't want to tip anybody off that you were on my side. Then, you know, Archangel, he'll say it's just the nickname that the locals gave him for all of his good deeds. Then, as far as the mercs thing goes, he's just gonna say, you know, he had a team and things like that, but he doesn't have time to tell you the story. And then when you say why Omega, it's just because he got fed up with the bureaucracy, kind of like how you remember he was talking to us about Dr. Salen and saying, oh yeah, just, you know, I couldn't believe they wouldn't let me just go after this guy. We knew that it was, you know, and his whole kind of like twisted sense of justice and vengeance and things like that that's kind of like intertwined. But now what, buddy?
Well, we got here, but I don't think getting out will be as easy.
No, it won't. That bridge has saved my life, funneling all those witless idiots into scope. But it works both ways. They'll slaughter us if we try to get out that way.
So we just sit here and wait for them to take us out?
It's not all that bad. This place has held them off so far. And with 3 of you, I suggest we hold this location, wait for a crack,
in their defenses. Take our chances. It's not a perfect plan, but it's a plan.
They won't get through.
If we fight as a team, we'll hold them off.
You're right. Their numbers won't help them in here anyway. Let's see what they're up to.
So basically they're just gonna come in waves across the bridge, and you kinda
Looks like
just,
they know their
whoever
infiltration
gets
team
through
failed.
tries to come
Take
up
a
the
look.
back stairs.
Scouts. Eclipse, I think.
But
More than scouts. One less now, though.
Indeed. We better get ready. I'll stay up here. I can do a lot of damage from this vantage point. You can do what you do best. Just like old times, Shepard.
so we wanna go ahead and get swapped to our sniper rifle there. And then we can swap Miranda to her submachine gun and Morden as well, but it's not really gonna make too much of a difference. We can't really go and hit anybody from too far away. And so then, you know, we're just trying to conserve our ammo a little bit. Because basically, if you just shoot at the ones that Garrus hits,
nice shooting!
You can almost guarantee a one-shot. And it just makes it easier because, you know, he drops their snipers. Where do you see the snipers at, Garrus? So like right here is literally the first person that we had that where we could actually use Zaid's concussive shot if we had brought Zaid with us.
How's that one?
Scratch one!
Hostile contact.
So now they're gonna be like, hey, they're in the base, right?
Your shields are down!
Eclipse marks. Rear stairs.
And take their shield strength away. There we go.
Taking cover!
And there we go. Then they send the heavy mech on in.
You want something done properly. All right, let's see how you handle this, Archangel. Go!
Switch on back to the sniper rifle.
That
Get
problem
everybody
should take care
back
of
over
itself.
here. And so then same thing as with this before. It's just, hey, try to focus whoever the mech has shot. Because you want the mech to survive for as long as possible. Because obviously, just like Garrus, he has unlimited ammo. Because if you just keep this mech alive the entire time, then he'll basically take care of finishing off most of these guys for you.
Impressive!
And then, you know, the med kit will just continue to respawn there after every round, basically.
It's about to go off!
So there you go.
He's mine.
So didn't quite get to have him survive the whole time, but
Here we go.
Burn through any armor.
Firing now.
I won't go down without.
and so then after each round, Garrus will go and have you come back to him. I guess somebody must have got in through the bottom here.
Looks like that's all.
Oh, okay.
Come find me before they regroup.
So, highly recommend that you just top off on all of your ammo in between these fights here. And then, like I said, before you do this next part, make sure that you have gotten over here, because this is going to close off after the next part and you will not be able to get in there.
You're kicking ass, Shepard. They barely touched me. And we got Jareth in the process. I've been hunting that little bastard for months.
And so then you can ask him to tell you about him, but he kind of just tells you whatever their illegal activities were and things like that, and how he almost had the opportunity to take a few of them out. But what's the plan, buddy?
We've still got Bloodpack and Blue Suns left. Think we can make a break for it?
Maybe. Let's see what they're up to. They've reinforced the other side, heavily, but they're not coming over the bridge yet. What are they waiting for?
What the hell was that?
Damn it. They breached the lower level. Well, they had to use their brains eventually. You'd better get down there, Shepard. I'll keep the bridge clear.
I'm on it.
We're on our way.
Go down a level. The basement door's on the west side of the main room behind the stairs. I'll radio directions if you need help, but you've got to get down there quick. Good luck.
So you are on a bit of a timer, because Garrus will take damage gradually over time. It's closed off like I was talking about. You can leave someone with him if you're playing on Insanity, unless you're just super experienced. I personally don't recommend it, just because, you know, even though Morden only has Incinerate, or if, you know, you're pushing this off till later and you have a little bit more useful squad mate, you're giving up all of that, you know, power to go and
get to the console and close that shutter before they can get through.
leave them with Garrus, which will get you 5 Paragon. So I mean, it's not without its rewards.
Commencing shutdown.
And then this is basically what's going to happen for each one of these, where you're just going to have guys coming through, and you just have to keep them from crossing underneath the sensor. Now, if you go underneath it, it will also go and get you. So I recommend that you go this way first, because this one's a little bit easier than the other one. And then that way you're just doing the hardest one last. The only thing that's kind of difficult about this one is there is a pyro right here on this corner.
Find the large shutters and seal them.
See, there's Mr. Pyro. But since we dropped his armor already, we good to go. Get on over here. And then, like I was saying, this one is the easiest by far, outside of obviously that first one, because as you can see, they just don't have enough time to get down here.
Just one more shutter. Hurry.
And as you can see, Garrus hasn't taken too much damage, and then this way you're free to take your time with this next one, because the next one is pretty wide open. Like, there's a lot of cover, but you have to go the furthest distance to get to the shutter controls on the far right side, and there's constantly going to be Varen spawning in there as well.
This will put them down.
Enjoy.
Go ahead and get pistol out here.
They're getting more aggressive.
Headed for combat.
Incoming!
Bleed or die.
Let's finish.
Hey!
Let's go ahead, and once we get our powers back up here, we will be using Unity.
More trouble on the bridge. I can't keep up.
Now I'm sure you noticed it takes 2 metagel, because it charges you 1 metagel for each person that you are reviving.
Rip them to shreds! Watch my back. I'll deal with Archangel.
We've been spotted.
And so then, you know, hey, same deal as before there.
Moving in close.
This will put them down.
This way over here.
Not difficult.
And basically, as long as Garrus doesn't die, you're pretty much good to go.
Put them down.
Double incinerate.
Or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
How's that one? Hostile charging.
So as you can see, they will sometimes kind of glitch out and just run into a wall like that. But there we go. Took us a second, but we got there. And then, you know, same thing as before, if you need to get any supplies or anything like that, before you talk to Garrus, go ahead. But we are good to go, so we're gonna talk to him. Put our sniper rifle back on here.
Tough bastards, but I've seen worse. And we took out Garm and his blood pack. This day just gets better and better. He was one tough son of a bitch.
And so he will just tell you about a time when he actually cornered Garm by himself and how he just regens so fast, which was what he did when he got back up after he fell over, when we dropped all of his defenses there in that fight, and that he eventually had to let him go. But now is when it's time to go ahead and try to push on out of here.
Only the
So,
Blue Suns are left.
let's go.
I say we take our chances and fight our way out.
I think you're right. Tarek's got the toughest group, but nothing we haven't faced before. Besides, he won't be expecting us to meet him head on and...
Heads up.
Damn it! I thought I took that thing out already.
They fixed it, but not completely. I made sure of that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just focus down.
They're offloading troops. Watch your back, Shepard.
Focus her on down so that we can get her. Good, just do
Deploying
double burn again, then we'll do a warp. Do another incinerate. Bam, she's good. Do incinerate on him. Go ahead. Then they're gonna start coming in down here. So same deal as before, you kind of just focus it up. And so as you can see, you can use Incinerate on their shields, and it will deal damage. It's just you won't really get the stun the way that you would like.
Deploying tech. Overload.
Nice shot.
Burn through any armor.
Whenever you see those blue rockets there, you want to make sure that you are behind cover, because it will hit you regardless of if you duck back or not, basically. So unless they just completely whiff on it, it's not going to be possible for you to dodge it.
They've reached the rear stairs.
Go ahead and use the energy drain
Switching to incendiary.
and incendiate this, son.
One down.
Alright. Pretty sure that was the last ones. And now, time to take out the gunship. Of course, I'm Garrus, nothing but carrion, baby. I can mess with anybody I want.
Garrus.
So this right here is exactly why we have brought Morton, is because now we have 3 people who can all just spam this, and bear in mind, we're the only one who can miss. All of this is just, everybody else is guaranteed damage for free.
Watch out!
And as you can see, he is a very, very tanky boy. That is why we went ahead and made sure to
Found that one!
not let it get back to full health. So whenever he goes over there like that, he is about to start going and
Should burn through any armor.
dropping guys over here on this side, so you will need to be in a position to not to be getting flanked. But like I said, not really the most difficult part, because as long as you just focus down who is necessary, you are good to go. And you will notice there that I am using my Incinerate rather than theirs, because like I said, theirs is guaranteed damage. Mine can miss. If he goes and jerks up, it might shoot mine into the ceiling. It's the reason we're doing it that way. But that is it for the Archangel mission.
We're getting you out of here, Garrus. Just hold on.
Now I had
Radio
the
Joker.
same
Make sure they're
reaction
ready
to
for
this
He's in bad shape. We need to get him out of here.
as I had to the opening sequence of this the first time I ever played the game. I was like, are you serious? They really just kill Garrus the whole time. But you know, video game logic would tell you they're not going to have you do this whole huge mission here to go and then kill the dude at the end of the mission. As you can see, we are level 10 now. We gained 4 squad points and 1250 experience. These are just, you know, battle rifle upgrade. Then these are the researches that we found. We got 40 grand. So, pretty good. And not to mention we got Garrus, our homie.
Commander, we've done what we could for Garrus, but he took a bad hit. The doc's corrected with surgical procedures and some cybernetics. Best we can tell, he'll have full functionality, but...
Shepard?
Tough son of a bitch. Didn't think he'd be up yet.
Nobody would give me a mirror. How bad is it?
Then there's another where I have to say it. No worse than usual, buddy.
Hell, Garrus, you were always ugly. Slap some face paint on there, and no one will even notice.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Damn it, my face is barely holding together as it is. Probably for the best. Everyone was always ignoring you and hitting on me. Time for you to get a fair shot at it. Frankly, I'm more worried about you. Cerberus, Shepard. You remember those sick experiments they were doing?
You've got my back.
That's why I'm glad you're here, Garrus. If I'm walking into hell, I want someone I trust at my side.
You realize this plan has me walking into hell, too. Just like old times. I'm fit for duty whenever you need me, Shepard. I'll settle in and see what I can do with the forward batteries.
And we're just gonna let all of this stuff run through and do its thing. But that is it for the Archangel recruitment mission. In the next one, I will probably be, let's see, we could do Master Thief, the Warlord, or the Convent. I'll probably do the Master Thief because it's the same thing with Zaid. You literally just show up there and you can do the little rendezvous and recruit her. And then we might go swing by and see the Council at the same time, but I'll decide between now and when we do the next episode. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.